Announcement played out on the Liberal campaign today. I'm joined from Toronto by the CTV's Ottawa Bureau Chief, Robert Fife. Robert, any reaction to the platform from Michael Ignatieff?
Not really, but Michael Ignatieff called it a platform of fear. Mr. Ignatieff's day was spent talking about health care, trying to contrast himself with the Conservatives who were talking about cuts and law and order issues, and he made the point that if the Liberals are elected, that they would promise to keep health care funding at 6%, which is about $2 billion a year annually, adding on to the health care accord that will end in 2014. So that's in the neighborhood of something like over $30 billion a year and growing by $2 billion. The thing is with that, though, Don, is that Stephen Harper made the same announcement today as well, that he would keep that 6% funding. And so did Jack Layton. Jack Layton had made that announcement a week ago. So all three parties agree that funding should be kept at the 6% annual growth levels. The problem is that nobody really wants to talk about the serious issues affecting the country in terms of health care. They do talk about, they're all offering some form of family care. They're offering to get more rural doctors and nurses, and they're talking about, you know, more programs for people to live healthier lives. But they don't talk about the fact that, as you had on your program the other day, David Dodge, that our healthcare system is financially unsustainable, and unless there are some major reforms, we're going to have to see, you know, big tax hikes or serious cuts in program servicing.
I'm surprised that the Liberals didn't make some hay over the fact that the Conservatives have changed the deficit projection figure again. By my count, they've done this 4 times in the last couple of years. It's real fun with figures, and yet they seem to be able to predict with absolute certainty that the deficit's going to be gone in 2015. That seems to be, it's crying out for a war room response, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, all of this is voodoo economics. Paul Martin had it right many years ago when he made projections over every 2 years, which, by the way, the Liberals say they will do if they're elected. You cannot make 5-year projections, and that's why these ridiculous Conservative promises that we'll bring in these tax credits and these measures after the deficit is eliminated. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 4 or 3 years? Nobody does, and it's voodoo economics and fantasyland promises.